Hi guys, Rochelle here from My Vintage Farm, and I'm back with another Trash to Treasure. I picked this beauty up on Facebook Marketplace for free. That's right guys, it was free. So I didn't do a video on this first portion, but you can see here where I'd already started to paint the tops, the sides, the front doors. I did remove the doors and all of the hardware. Now, here's the glass I took out of the top, and you can see here where it's removed from the top part of this hutch. And as we move forward, we're gonna have some video clips coming up, and you can see when I'm going in for the second time. This job took me weeks to finish. I worked on it, put it away, worked on it, put it away. This is right during the time when I got sick, so I have been working on this probably for close to a month, but I'm going in with my first coat on the front side of this bottom part of the hutch, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the second coat on the sides and the top. And with this, I'm using the Waverly paint, and I only had to do 2 coats. You guys, this Waverly chalk paint, it is so thick. It goes on, it covers, it's such an easy thing. You don't have to do any prep work besides literally wipe everything down, make sure that you have a clean surface to paint on, and you're good to go. So as I'm going over all of this, I'm making sure I get all of my sides, my cut-ins, and also making sure that I'm not leaving any drip marks. That is super important. You do not want to have drips on your work because you're going to go back later on. It's not going to look professional, and it's also going to need some cleanup. You can't just leave those. You'll have to sand it down and then repaint over it. And guys, on this one, this is the color Cashew. I bought the 16 ounce here. Actually, my husband picked it up for me. But I ended up using the entire 16 ounces down to the last drop. And you guys can see as I'm going through this, I kind of like came through in the nick of time with this because I didn't know if I was gonna have to go ahead and buy another bottle just to complete this. But the bottom's almost done here. I'm just doing a few little touch-up pieces, going on to the top part to get my second coat done up here. I did make sure that I wiped that top coat down really good before doing the second coat. Any type of dust, hair, anything will show up really good once the paint dries. So you want to make sure that all of your surfaces are clean even when you're going in for a second coat. And since this had been sitting for some time, it was really important that I did that prior to putting this coat on. I'm almost done with this base and I couldn't be happier. It is more of a buttery tone than I do prefer to have, and it kind of isn't really in the color scheme of what I wanted to do in this living room space, but that's okay because I'm gonna hit it with some white wax. Now in this video, you won't see the white wax. That'll be a part 2 video when I go back to it and then go over it. And I feel like when I hit it with the white wax, it'll brighten it up some and take it more into the tone that I want it to be in, give it some depth and kind of finish it off. I did go ahead and wax the top of the bottom piece of the hutch just with the clear wax. I wanted to seal it so that way I could put this together and you guys can see it as a full unit, even though I didn't have the white wax yet. So that's gonna be a whole nother trip to Walmart and another $10.54 for that bottle of wax. But it's definitely worth it, and I'll have fun doing it, and I think that it'll be a great addition to the aesthetics of our place to have it in that tone. Everybody loves it, this color, and it looks good. I just feel like, to me, I want to go just an extra little step and try some white wax on it. I do have the third door, which is the middle door, and you guys can see here that I left that out in our finished product because I didn't like the door alignment on it. The 2 right doors, they opened, out, but I guess they opened out, but the knobs were in towards each other, and then the one on the left had a knob that was on the inner side, and it just looked really weird. So I just took that middle drawer out and just left it out. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a white wax on that first and give it a test since it already has some of the cashew paint on it, and see how I like it. If I don't like it, it's not gonna be a big deal because it's not gonna ruin my piece and I'll have a test sample. So just so you guys can know, you always wanna test something out, and if you have to do it on your piece, do it in a place where you're not gonna see it. So that way, if you don't like it, you're not stuck with it. And we're on to the doors. Look at this, guys. They're coming out so good. I love the coverage of this Waverly paint. I just really, really enjoy how well it paints, how thick it is. So if you know somebody who is working on a Hutch or who has a Hutch that they've been considering refinishing, share this video with them. It might inspire them to take on their project. It is really simple. Give yourself, now you may want to do more like drop cloth or something underneath you. I've been painting for a long time, so I feel comfortable working in a space like this, but you know, set up your area in your home to have it work for you and the ability that you have with the refinishing skills. But I do think that this Waverly chalk paint is perfect for any person who wants to jump in and tackle a furniture piece in their home, because it takes 1 to 2 coats for coverage. It's that good. And their ink color, which is their black, is absolutely amazing. It's the deepest, darkest black I've ever seen, and we have a project coming up here with one of that in the ink, so you guys will love it. Okay guys, we are on to these top section of the hutch here, and it is coming along so nice. I'm doing this cut-ins on the edge of the doors here, making sure that I get everything really well. There's a lot of nooks and crannies here with the different molding shapes, and right about here is where you can see I should have taken off the hardware and definitely removed the door before painting it. I think because I had taken the windows out of this piece that it kind of confused me, and that's why I didn't take the doors off, because normally I would take those doors off. So I'm just going with the flow now that I'm already working on it, and here comes the paint. You guys, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, hit that subscribe button. What are you waiting for? Okay, you can notice here that I didn't do the inner parts of the doors, and I also didn't do the inner parts of the cabinet. I am making sure that I'm getting this small piece of the inside molding that is actually right inside of the door. It's where the front facing goes of the cabinet, but then I leave the bottom shelf, the backboard, and the 2 inner sideboards unpainted. I'm going to go back here in a little bit and you guys can see how I plan on getting those covered to let them look a little bit more finished, but I didn't really want to paint them, and I knew I wasn't going to have enough paint in the 16 ounces. I was going for a certain look, and I didn't want to go ahead and add more wood or weight to this, and so I found a product that worked really well to give it the look that I wanted for another $10, you guys. So right now I am like $10.54 into this, and then you could add in the cost of the hardware I bought for it, which came in a larger pack. I used 3 of them on that entry table already, and then we'll use like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this piece, and I think I'll still have 1 left. So really awesome, and those were only like another $10 or so. So we'll call it like a $27 Hutch project. And I mean, for under $30, this seems like a pretty awesome investment for our home and for some storage, because we need places to put things, and this is going to be the perfect place to store a lot of our goodies. Okay guys, this is where things get sticky. I am using a like whitewashed barn wood contact paper that I ordered on Amazon, and I love this paper, and I was thinking, oh, this is going to be super simple, but I have never put contact paper on the inside of a cabinet project before. I've used it like years and years back in like my kitchen drawers and cabinets and whatnot on some rentals, just because I wanted to make sure everything was sanitary. But using it like this is a little different. I had my daughter bring me our bread dough scraper, and that really helped me to get some of it smoothed out. But then what I realized is that like the weight of pulling the backing off of it and having part of it rolled up, and then it was just like angling it down, so it wasn't completely straight, and I ended up like pulling it back and putting it back on, and eventually I got it. A little cheat here is I only did 2 small portions. That way you could only see the contact paper through the area and the doors covered the rest. It was a win. And here you guys can see the back on the top is done, and it looks amazing. I didn't do that bottom shelf, but once it's up on the top, you cannot see it. Look how gorgeous this turned out, guys. I just love it. And my little Relish Today tags look amazing on it. This was so much fun. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. God bless.